Now, you'll remember that last week we celebrated New Zealand Sign Language Week, and today we are learning more about our country's third official language, New Zealand Sign Language. And I would like to welcome Jenna Holland from Deaf Aotearoa and her interpreter Liz Kay. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Jenna, how did New Zealand Sign Language Week go last week?
Yeah, it went really well. It was a busy week. Last Sunday we had a flash mob, which is a sign singing performance, and that went really well. So we had some people out in the city to watch us doing that. Throughout the week we had taster classes throughout Christchurch. It was really good. And then on Saturday we had a fun day. So it was for the children, face painting and things like that. It went really well.
Well done, that's great news. Now, we talked a little bit about this last week, but we'd like to go over some of the basic things again. Is New Zealand Sign Language universal?
No, New Zealand Sign Language isn't universal, and different countries throughout the world have their own sign language. It's almost like an accent. So, you know, American has their own accent, the British have their own accent, so it's the same with sign language as well. We have our own sort of style, yeah.
So it's very unique and special to us.
Yes, that's right.
Now, again, where do people go to learn sign language?
You can go to your local high school. They have night classes like Hagley High School. There are quite a few schools out there that have night classes there. Otherwise, you could go to the Deaf Aotearoa office and ask for more information.
And how do we converse with a deaf person? What's the best way to talk to them? Do we stand? Do we face? Do we use our voice?
Yes, you do need to be face to face with the deaf person so that they can see your lips. If communication's not going well, you're not understanding each other, then you can get out a pen and paper, use some gesture and mime, pointing, those sorts of things. So there's different approaches. Some deaf people are good lip readers and they can lip read you as well.
Okay, so let's learn some basic sign language now.
Okay, yeah. So hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? How are you?
Do that one again.
How are you?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Good.
Tea.
So tea.
Or coffee.
And coffee. All right, so tea, coffee.
Tea and coffee.
Very good.
This is please.
So please, please.
And thank you.
So they're similar, aren't they?
Yes, so thank you is going out, yeah.
Thank you and please.
And please is going down. Yes.
And yes and no?
Yes. And you're nodding your head at the same time. Yes and no. Or no, like that.
So yes and no. Okay, so let's go over those one more time.
Yes, again?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So we'll start from the top again. So hello. Hello. Mm-hmm. How are you?
How are you?
Mm-hmm.
What was next?
Tea. Tea.
Coffee.
So coffee's like a coffee grind, is that right?
Yeah, it is, yeah. And tea's like the Queen, you know,
yes.
You're holding the cup up there.
Great. And please?
Please.
Please comes down. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you. And yes.
Yes. And no.
And no. And if we wanted to find out someone's name?
This is my name. Yeah,
So
my name. And then you finger spell it, so it's Jenna. Yeah. Yeah. Deaf Aotearoa have a really good alphabet card that has New Zealand Sign Language alphabet on it, or you can go to the website.
And the alphabet's quite quick to learn, isn't it, once you get the hang of it?
Yeah, it depends on the individual. Yeah, some people learn it quickly and some find it harder. The vowels are easy, they're all on one hand. It's A-E-I-O-U.
And Jenna, how long have you been using sign language for?
My whole life I've been signing. I was born deaf, so I've grown up using New Zealand Sign Language. I also have deaf family members, so I've always used New Zealand Sign Language.
And were you educated here in Christchurch?
Yes, I was, but I was in the mainstream education. I went to a deaf school for 3 years and then went back to the mainstream again. So I've always had a communicator that's worked with me in school.
And can you tell us about your job at Deaf Aotearoa?
My role is a community relations officer. So I work at the front reception, I deal with the community that come in, I do community news that I send out via email, do the newsletter, take appointments, things like that. Yeah, a lot of things, keeps me very busy.
That's great. And finally, what's your name sign?
Like that, Jenna. The reason for that is because I've always got a clip in my hair up there. Yeah. So it's Jenna like that. Yeah.
And that's common for deaf people to have sign names that are to do with something about them?
Yes, that's right. I suppose something common about the person, or if there's common names like John, for example, then there's like a certain sign that's been passed on, you know, for many years. Otherwise, people can have something that's specific to their character. Yeah.
That's great. So thank you very much, Jenna, and thank you, Liz. Please stay and have some tea and coffee.
Great, thank you.
It's been wonderful to learn those basic signs, and of course, for more information, you can head along to the website as well, which is www.nzsign.co.nz. They'll point you in the right direction, and also you can find out more about Deaf Aotearoa as well, which is the office right here in Christchurch.